Hello, good morning. I'm going to show you the difference in management between two groves that have different owners, but 3 or 4 years ago it was the same grove, but the older owner sold to different persons, and now the management is different. So I am going to show you the difference. This owner is customer of me, and I advise him in management. The first thing of all I advised him was to reduce the canopy volume, because the trees like this was very big, too much big, and there was not enough water in the soil for these trees, and they have problem of light illumination too. And then the soil management. We are in a quite dry, quite hot area near to Córdoba city in Espejo, and the precipitation is below around 500 liters by year, but we are in drought from several years, and this year, for example, we are here around 400 liters. So this is a very low precipitation, and the drought is big because of the hot temperature here in Córdoba. So we have to work with smaller trees, with less wood trees, and with a system of soil management that prevent water lost by weeds. So here in winter, the soil below the canopies was treated with herbicide, so there was not competition at the first days of spring. And in the lanes there was all the fall and winter there were weeds. At the middle of the spring, weeds in the lanes was cutted, mechanical cutting, and then was tilling. So some weeds was allowed to stay behind the trees, but the competition is very low. And we are going to see first of all the neighbor trees. The neighbor trees has a too much big canopy size, so these trees need a lot of water, and there is no enough water in this volume of soil for these trees. Maybe in other more rainy place, this size of tree will work properly, but here this size of tree by this distance between trees is too much big, so the tree has no enough water to develop its fruits, so the result is a poor fruit set, and the size of the fruits is very small. There is no crop this year. So can you see the flowers was dry at the spring because of the hot temperature, and because there was not enough water in the soil. So this crop is not useful. There is no crop. No, this year there is no need for harvest. And can you see another problem? The pruning of the tree. These trees are too big, and the branches need renewal pruning some years ago, but this owner don't want it to do this kind of pruning, because he thought that the productivity of the growth will decrease. But this is a mistake. The trees must be a bit smaller that they can. As big as possible trees is only a good business if there is a big distance between trees, there is a lot of water beside both from rain, both from irrigation. But in rain-fed groves with low water, you need small trees with a big distance between trees, and small canopies with few wood. These trees have a lot of wood to give water and nutrients, so the trees cannot produce harvest and not produce crop. And then we are going to my customer trees, olive trees. This is Picual variety, one of the more pro to drought of the variety. Picual variety needs no having water stress. So can you see my customer cut a very big branch there? So the tree has no 3 branches, has 2 branches, and the result is this: long shoots, big fruits, green color. So there is crop this year, and maybe next year too, because there are shoots. Can you see the cuts? There is some renewable pruning from this is done by my customer some years ago, a couple of years. There, another cut, big cut. Can you see? This is a secret advice. Equal variety loves big cuts in the canopy. Equal variety loves as less as possible branches in the canopy. Another big cut, green, equal. Okay, can you see? There, another big cut, okay, green, and healthy tree. Why are these stems dry here? Because there was this branch here. Imagining that there was the big branches there. So this part of this branch was in the shadow of that branch. So in the shadow, the stems are died by the own tree. The own tree kill the stems that don't receive enough light, and this decrease a lot the productivity. So with too much big and dense trees and very narrow lanes, there are problems of illumination too. Can you see the dry shoots, the dry stems? This is due because of lack of light, right? Too much high branches, horizontal and high branches develop few leaves and few life shoot, not productivity only. Can you see? Smaller fruits, very few fruits, because there was one branch there. And there in the other side of the tree we can find some renewing done by my customer some years ago, a couple of years. So he has developed a big hood, and now is new suckers that will develop in young branches, the productive branch. Maybe this, maybe this. Okay, I hope this is interesting for you. Bye.